and welcome back to another DLC episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris, and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer, and every Monday we release a DLC, dedicated listener contribution, where we discuss, something a listener might have said, or we may have a guest. And this week, Guy, you're taking the lead here.
Just on that, if I was a listener and I wanted to contribute,
it's a great question,
and have my
Chris.
topic discussed, how would I go about that?
Great question.
Several ways you can do it, Chris. You can hit us up on Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast, and just send us a DM if you want to do it that way. Or if you still use Facebook and you want to join our Facebook group, ECG for ECG, Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers. There's over 500 people in there who are really cool people. You can just put up a post and throw it in there. But if you don't want to throw a question into a group chat or into a page because you might be embarrassed, then just send us a direct message on Instagram.
Yeah,
That
or
goes straight
email.
to us. Yeah, or email us.
extremelycasualgamers@gmail.com. Yeah.
That's right.
There you
Just
go.
like Jeremiah did. Jeremiah sent an email, a message on the Instagram saying, if you could get 3 video game characters as like a friend in your phone, as a contact to call up. You know when you're like, oh, I've got a guy?
Yeah, nice.
Who do you think are the 3 most useful video game characters?
Right.
Either useful or video game characters that you would like to have on call.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because my first takeaway when you first suggested this this topic to the group chat was, okay, so Guy's idea of a friend is someone useful that you can get to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
Totally. Like if they've got a
Exploit
truck,
them. Yeah.
and you want to get them to like help you move a dryer or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
All right. So and like my vibe on this is I'd choose people who I want to be mates with.
Totally.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
So I'm going to add here. So the 3 people I've added onto it. I've got hypothetical scenarios, and we'll figure out whether or not the 3 people that you've got, if they'd be any use at all,
Okay.
Okay.
or b how it would they would help.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So should we list our 3 each
Yeah.
then?
So Ellie, who are your 3?
Okay, so my 3 are, first one, Lara Croft. She's a bit of an all-rounder. She can just help me out with lots of combat-y things.
She's like a billionaire as well.
There you go, rich ass. So, yeah, Lara Croft. My second one would be Dave the Diver.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he can bring me yummy fish and yummy sushi. He's like a food on, like a delivery guy.
Does he make sushi in that game?
Yeah, like you run like a little shop and you get to, serve customers and stuff. So he's got a bit of skills. He can fish and dive, but then he can also cook the stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
So handy. And then, third one, just for a bit of fun, Hakeem from It Takes Two.
You know what?
It's always the book from It Takes Two.
I know. I was gonna say I was genuinely be like Daniel Ricciardo
I nearly
from Formula One.
I nearly did. But I was like, no, I probably milked that gag a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've done a Hakeem instead, which is another gag that I milk a lot.
Sorry, for those listening, Ellie just did a hand gesture of milking, which was not milking. Yeah. Or not a cow as I know it.
No, unless you don't double hand a cow.
No.
Oh, you double hand yours, do you?
What are you talking about?
Oh,
I don't have others.
that's a good point.
We're talking about cows. What are you talking about?
You double handling.
Jesus.
Yeah, well.
Okay,
I didn't know you had a cow. Anyway.
So Lara Croft,
Yeah.
Dr. Hakeem, the book from It Takes Two,
Yeah, and then
Dave
Dave
the
the
Diver.
Diver.
So
Chris.
the book with the Mexican accent.
Yeah, hey!
that just pops up out of nowhere and just gives like
Gives advice, gives
gives-
a bit of a hype man,
not really advice. He kind of he's a bit of a dick to be
Yeah,
honest.
he's quite forceful, but,
Yeah.
it's a bit of fun.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
what's
what are your
yours?
3, Chris?
I've sort of done some rejigging in my head now of the
Oh, yeah.
3 I had chosen.
Oh, yeah.
So the first person I have chosen is Nico Bellic's cousin Roman from Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he always wants to go bowling.
He does.
Oh,
He's,
okay.
he's useless.
He's useless.
He's useless, but he'd be fun.
But what I was after is a guy, and you always want one of those mates who's just like on a Friday or whatever it is, you're just like, man, I got nothing. Who's keen to have a beer or play bowling?
Yes,
or
man.
something? Yeah.
Always up for a laugh.
Nico, my cousin.
Yeah.
We go bowling. I think I'm allowed to do that accent. I don't know.
It's an impersonation, I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Roman for bowling is my first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one is, see, I feel like this is really going to come back to bite me, is Professor Oak,
Okay.
just from
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon.
Yep.
Literally just Professor Oak. He's so knowledgeable, but also a bit of a buffoon. I also think he'd be up for some fun.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's mainly like he's quite wise and knows a
He's
lot.
definitely up for some fun.
Mm.
Like
Guy, if you-
sending a 10-year-old off to
What?
bloody catch Pokemon so he can root his mum.
Oh!
Guy.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
I was like, here we go. He's going to do this well in a way that isn't full on, and then you use the word root, which is just so.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't be bothered.
Oh,
trying to think
fair.
of a clever way.
Fair.
Head on. Try get with.
Yeah.
Are these
Oh.
okay?
I mean,
Schmooze.
yeah, man, we could just not have the joke at all, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done it.
Excuse me.
I've burnt that card.
If you missed the main episode, Ellie's joke at the very end of it
Oh, yeah.
was horrific.
Yeah, sorry. And
So,
very disrespectful
yeah.
to a lovely woman.
And you're on your high horse about guys' admittedly terrible joke.
Okay, so who's your third?
Oh, it's just so tricky. My third, okay. Screw it. Okay, I'm just going to go for a boring third person because
Okay.
the first two are pretty much useless.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to go for Henry from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2,
Mm.
partly because he lives in the 1400s, so the idea that he has a phone is quite funny.
People are like, "Ah!"
And he'll think it's like the work of the devil or something.
Yeah.
But also, in that game, he's just a normal bloke who seems to just get everything thrown at him and he just has to figure it all out.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy that could help you.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Just
okay.
help you do stuff.
Love
Alright,
it.
cool. So no women.
Okay.
And so now,
That's such a good point.
I
And who are yours?
haven't got any.
Oh, you're doing that.
I'm doing the game.
Oh, so no
Right.
woman. Oh, it's shocking.
Yeah, Officer Jenny, Misty, yeah, Delia Ketchum. All right, so now I'm going to give you some hypothetical scenarios.
Okay. Who would we call out of the
And
six?
you got to go out of those three. Who are we calling?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
first one, your car's got a flat tire and it needs changing.
Oh, God.
So who are you calling?
Lara Croft for me.
Lara
Why?
Croft. That's
Yeah.
a shoe-in. Easy.
Yeah,
Why?
probably. Yeah, because she's a woman and she is really useful.
Yeah, I know, but like, what does she have beyond that?
Well, she's got a bit of life skills and like has to figures stuff out. And
Well, look, if we're basing it off like Lara Croft the movie, she rips a motorbike. She hands on with a motorbike. She
There
can
it is.
drive a motorbike. So one would assume she knows how to change a tire.
there it is. That
You can
go.
ride a motorbike. Do you know how to change a tire?
Yes, I can change a tire better than I can ride a motorbike. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ellie?
Can I ride a motorbike
Mm,
or change a tire?
either.
Oh,
I had to change a tire the other day.
I think
Did
I know
you?
the answer to both.
look, I've been taught by my lovely father. He has taught me many times how to change a tire. Have I retained it? No.
No, you haven't. Of course you haven't. I know. As soon as you said my dad has taught me, I'm like, you wouldn't have.
Yeah,
remembered.
it would have been when you were 16 and
Yeah.
learning to
Oh
drive.
my
Literally.
God, Dad, shut up.
Yeah. I'll just call
Exactly.
double A.
Yeah.
Double A. No, yeah. And riding a motorbike? No.
Yeah.
I rode a farm bike when I was like a teenager, and it took me 4 days to even get on it because I was scared. And then I finally got on it, and then I just forgot that
You got
the
throttle
accelerators, the accelerators are on the thingy, on the
Yeah,
handles.
handlebars.
And I went, ah, and then just drove it straight into a fence.
Such a
I did
classic.
that as well.
Everyone
Have
does
you?
it.
Yeah, I jumped on a little Pee Wee 50 motorbike on my friend's farm and I just froze when it came to a corner and I crashed into a fence.
Oh my gosh, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been put off ever since.
It's funny. It's called throttle seize. You grab on and then you freak out and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
you grab tighter, which makes it go faster.
Oh, it's
Totally.
so scary.
And
yeah.
then after you've crashed, because this happened to one of my primary school mates, and then he cried, and then his dad came around and got angry at my dad. And my dad was like, I was halfway through teaching him, and then he just hooned.
Oh no.
And then after he crashed, he was still holding onto the handlebars and still revving the bike.
Oh no.
Just like, let go of the handle. Okay, so you call Lara Croft,
Yeah,
right?
I think
okay.
so.
So Chris, you've broken down.
Yeah.
Oh, your car needs a flat tire. You can't do it for some reason.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
call. I'm not gonna call Henry because he doesn't know what a car is.
No,
He's
he's
already
no
freaking
idea.
out about the phone.
He's like, where are the wooden wheels?
exactly.
Yeah.
Where are the horses? It's actually not a bad impression. I would call Roman.
Yeah.
So that's Nico's cousin.
This is Nico Bellic's cousin.
Thank you, yeah,
Pretty
okay.
stand-up guy. He's from Russia originally, I think it was.
Yeah.
They've
Okay.
come over to the States, and living over there during that time, I think it was the 80s and 70s, you have to be pretty resourceful.
Yeah.
You know how to change a tire.
You'd think so. Out of the three that you've got, he
Hmm.
would be the one that possibly can change your tire. Because
Yeah.
Professor Oak, there aren't cars.
No, you're right. They don't have
Pokemon,
cars. They
right.
ride Pokemon. To be honest, I'd probably change it myself and not even bother.
Yeah, but that's not an option.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
just-
yeah.
We
that's
get
just-
it. You can change a tire. Woo.
You can.
All right, next one.
You
Your
bet I can.
Your friends with a 3-year-old drops their kid off at your house and you need help babysitting.
Mm.
So use me for example. Something's happened with Miller. We need to rush her to the hospital.
Oh,
But Daisy's with us.
okay.
So I've got a 4-year-old. I drop her off at your house
Yeah.
because we haven't got a babysitter. We've got no family in Auckland. So I'm like, can you please look after Daisy?
Okay. Dr. Hakeem would be pretty fun. I think he'd teach her a few
You know what?
lessons.
Daisy would get a real kick out of a book talking to her.
Yeah.
She'd absolutely lose her mind.
I wouldn't have to entertain her
So
at all.
yeah, I'd be like, Ellie, please just censor what this piece of shit says.
That's fair.
But
But hey, yeah. Other than that, I reckon it'd be a bit of fun for her.
yeah.
So you just give Daisy a Mexican book and be like, there you
but-
go.
See ya.
Daisy!
Time to fix
your relationship!
Yeah, relationship advice. The 4-year-old definitely needs that.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's funny because I've got a joke that I know will upset Ellie.
Oh, really?
Say it.
Oh, I need it for my own relationship.
No, but I'm just joking. Okay.
Okay.
Really regretting not choosing a female character because they're the only ones that know how to look up. See, even Guy
No,
was
that's
fuming.
good.
at
That's
it. It was a
funny.
joke. It was a
Yeah,
joke.
No,
yeah.
that's funny. That's
That's funny.
funny.
It's not how I actually think. It's just more about sitting off you guys.
No, I love it. It's funny.
I would choose Professor Oak.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Old fella, granddad vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
You know, he's got a lot of experience, you know, and
He'd probably whip out a Pokedex and show us some pictures of Pokemon. He might
True.
even have,
He'll have
a
a
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, he'll have Pokeballs.
True.
You know?
he will. Yeah, I'm just trying to think which Pokemon he might have like a Clefairy or a Jigglypuff because he's got heaps of Pokemon. He's got,
True.
whenever it cuts in the anime, at least, whenever it like cuts back to him at his lab on the phone, he's always with a Pokemon who's
True.
annoying him in some way.
Yeah.
So I reckon he'd have some kind of little Pokemon that could help. and
Daisy's at your
entertain.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucy's playing with her at the time, and you're like calling Oak. You're like, hey, bring like some safe but cool Pokemon. Bring
Yeah.
as many as you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's
but
nice.
also, once again, I'd probably just babysit
Yeah.
Daisy,
Daisy.
myself.
So would I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take it very seriously.
Mm.
Why does it sound like I'm not taking it
Trying to
seriously?
figure out of the two of you who I would drop Daisy off with.
Yeah. Her. Who?
Mm.
Depends if I've had a bong or not, eh?
And Chris is the answer. I drop her off with Chris, mostly for Lucy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, fair.
When
Yeah.
is this? Because I'll probably be wasted. Which one do you want?
Yeah, I pick up Daisy. She's like, Daddy, what's porch?
I thought you were going to say porn.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what happens when you drop her at Ellie's.
All right, next one.
Okay.
A last minute toast at your wedding.
Ooh.
You know, let's
Ah.
say the best man who was going to do a toast, super steamed.
Yeah, or
And
just
he's been sent
okay.
home. So we need a toast.
I feel like it's going to have to be Dr. Hakeem again for me because, you know, he's all about relationship advice and he'd give us some good, like, yeah, you know,
Oh my god, I'd absolutely go with Lara Croft. I feel like she'd have
Oh.
a way more poignant way of
maybe.
speaking. She, recites something from ancient scripture
True.
about love that she read on a wall in Cambodia. or
You know, I forget that we would have been friends for years and she'd have a lot on us. And,
Yeah.
no, that's a
Yeah.
good point. It's a
I'd
good
go,
point.
for, I'd go for the guy in flippers with the wetsuit.
something.
Dave the diver.
Yeah.
He's just standing there like holding a flounder or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, when I first met these two,
He's got a spearfish.
love is like fishing. It's like, God, Dave, we drop it.
You're out there for hours, and then you get a good one, and you reel it in.
And you reeled her in,
yeah, baby.
my friend. I would definitely choose Henry
Oh,
from
yeah.
Kingdom Come 2 because in the game, once your charisma is high enough and you're dressed correctly, you've got all the right stuff, you put nice perfume on, it bumps up your charisma. His speech checks, they're like hard, very hard, medium, easy.
Oh, yeah.
My dude is at the point where he's just super charismatic. So literally he can beat every single skill check. And there are even missions where he's had to get up and in the first game deliver a church sermon while hungover because the priest
There we go.
wouldn't wake up.
Oh wow, he's a shoo-in.
And then if you're like charisma's high enough, you can actually get him through it and make it so he delivers a great sermon.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
But only also if he's well read as well, because you have to learn how to read in the first
Yeah.
game.
Oh, yeah.
And so I reckon Henry would get up there if he's charismatic enough, pass the speech check, and have everyone laughing and in tears as well.
yeah.
Nice.
And then the photographer takes a photo and the flash freaks him
That's
out.
right. And he gets his
Demon!
pitchfork out and then chases exactly.
You took my soul.
Exactly.
All right, and the final one out of your 3 friends in your phone, you accidentally killed someone while driving and need help burying the body.
Oh, Lara Croft.
True.
I think.
What? So Dave Diver is just
Dave-
pointless.
Paul.
Yeah.
If there was like a culinary thing, I would have
Dave
picked
would be
Dave.
great because he would just take the body down.
True. No, yeah,
Down
Dave
into
the diver.
down to the sea and just like weigh it
Weight
down
it
with
down.
some thing. Let the fish have their
That's actually
have their
good.
feed.
And then we're feeding, the environment. So it's actually probably quite a good thing environmentally.
Yeah.
I think.
I
So,
thought you were
yeah.
going to choose the book again.
Ellie, what have you done?
Oh, no.
This is seriously messed up.
Okay, so you're locking in.
I actually quite like Dave the Diver. Just if I'm going to have to get rid of a body, that's
Totally.
probably the best way to do it.
So you're going to
Yeah.
call him. He's going to be like, what? So you didn't even help change a tire, look after a baby.
Yeah, but now
you want me to dispose of a corpse?
Yes, please.
So
Yeah.
you're like crying on the side of the road. There's a body that you've dragged into the bushes, and he just flip flops.
And he's
his way over.
flippering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah.
I think I would definitely choose Roman from Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto
Theft Auto
4.
4.
Who was the
Okay.
second one? Professor Oak. No, not Professor Oak.
Well, Professor Oak, could he use a Pokemon that could like,
Diglett, dig a hole.
yeah, or like Charizard, just pick it up and biff it? You know?
Nah, but I don't think I want to put Professor Oak through that.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? He's looking after Daisy, and now I'm
True.
going to ask him to bury a
True.
corpse.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think, and Henry could probably do it too. In fact, he does do it a couple of times in the
Yeah.
games. But I think Roman would just be like, chuck it in the back of the old car there,
Yeah,
the
true.
boot, drive out somewhere, drive the car off a pier, and let
You've
it
also
sink.
got to have a large amount of trust with this person that they don't tell anyone.
Yeah,
You
You
true.
know, like you've killed someone. This is a crime that you're committing with this person. They've basically got to have pretty off moral compass.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember the storyline of Grand Theft Auto 4, but something tells me that Roman gets into some trouble.
He's definitely the right person because for that particular role.
But doesn't he get into trouble? I can't remember. But
trouble
he-
in terms of like
maybe he
gets
flips on
kidnapped or
Nico
something.
or something.
No, he doesn't do that. He's
Okay.
always good. He's just pretty useless. I think he
He's
gets
just useless.
he gets mixed up with the wrong people, and you've just got to basically help him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'd go
he's-
Roman.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, we'd figure it out together.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave the Diver's a good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'll just
Just
let the fish do their thing.
Yep. Exactly.
All right,
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a cool little
Great.
game,
Yeah,
and
that
we
was
love
good.
those suggestions.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Yeah, so Jeremiah, send that through. Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast on Instagram, extremelycasualgamers@gmail.com for an email, or you can hit us up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, get stuck in.
Sure. We'll see you on Thursday for another ep.
Goodbye.
Bye.